Hello, I'm Michael.
I'm Sally, and this is Wrestle MSX.
Tiffany Stratton opened the show and warned all the other female champions that they're on Tiffy time. Just then, Bayley walked out. She told Stratton that she'd fail if she tried to cash in on her. Nia Jax then came out to join the party and abruptly told Bayley she'd be taking her title at SummerSlam. Bayley responded by telling Nia, "I ain't no NXT hugger, Bayley." Jax told Bayley she'd be her victim at SummerSlam before giving her a beatdown. Bayley was saved by Michin and of course her trusty kendo stick.
Back from the break, and we have a match between Nia Jax with Stratton in her corner against Michin with, of course, Bayley in her corner. Jax absolutely dominated, although a tornado DDT did get Michin a 2 count. But a Samoan drop followed up by an Annihilator by Jax soon dealt with Michin, with Jax getting the W. After the bell, Bayley attacked Jax, but Stratton and Jax soon dealt with her, leaving her in the ring. As Nia and Tiffany were leaving the ring though, Stratton looked at a prone Bayley, walked over to the referee and presented the Money in the Bank briefcase to him. She was cashing in.
Who'd have thought?
But before she handed the case to the ref, Nia Jax intervened and stopped her, giving her the "what you doing" look. Stratton clutched the case like a scorned schoolgirl, with both women leaving and going back up the rampway.
Just before our next match, we have an Andrade Carmelo Hayes feud teased, where both men feel they were the star of the men's Money in the Bank match.
More in-ring action now as Baron Corbin teams up with Apollo Crews to take on Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. Corbin and Crews started well, with Corbin hitting a Death Valley driver and Crews performing 3 German suplexes on Garza. But none of this was enough. As Lopez distracted the ref, Escobar got in the ring, hit Apollo with a running knee. This then allowed Garza to hit the wing clipper on Crews and pick up the win for Legado del Fantasma.
After the break, we see Randy Orton telling Cody Rhodes that he has his back, and that after the Bloodline is dealt with once and for all, Cody, is going to have a lot of guys that are going to come after him for his title. And when they do, I'll still have your back, Orton assures Rhodes.
LA Knight made his way out to the ring with a folder in hand. He told us he ain't going to cry about not winning the Money in the Bank and showed us footage of him pinning Logan Paul to qualify for the Money in the Bank. He then opened the folder he'd carried to the ring and told us it was a contract for a match at SummerSlam for the United States Championship. Knight then said, "Nick Aldis has signed it, I've signed it, and rest assured, Logan Paul, you'll sign it."
Back to the ring, and Blair Davenport faced off against Naomi. A leg drop got Naomi a 2 count. She then followed this up with a split-legged pin for another 2 count. Naomi then ended it with a knee to the face and her sit-down finisher. I don't know what it's called. If anyone does, then can you please let us know, because she's done this a few times and I can't find out anywhere what it's called. Anyway, Naomi then rolled up Blair and won.
A-Town Down Under have activated their rematch clause after losing their tag titles last week, so they face off against DIY next. But just before that, we see Davenport blindside Naomi and attack her backstage, presumably building a future feud.
Final match of the night, DIY defending their WWE Tag Team Championship against A-Town Down Under. The challengers were not messing about, completely dominating the opening of the match. Waller and Theory went for a meet in the middle of Ciampa, but he dodged it, causing the challengers to kick one another. Waller then for a running knee on Ciampa, but he dodged this too. In doing so, Waller kneed Theory instead. Gargano and Ciampa then pulled off the Shatter Machine on Waller before performing a meet in the middle on him. Gargano then covered Theory for the win, and in doing so, retained their tag titles.
Theory and Waller then argued at the foot of the rampway near the ring, when Waller suddenly makes a run for it. He's running from the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu, who flattens Theory and then gets in the ring. Fatu single-handedly destroys the tag champions before Solo and the rest of the Bloodline make their way out. Once in the ring, Solo says that Jimmy didn't acknowledge me and he's gone. Paul Heyman's gone. And Roman Reigns, if he comes back, he'll acknowledge me as his tribal chief. But tonight, it's Cody Rhodes' turn to acknowledge me. Out comes the champion and gets in the ring with all 4 members of the Bloodline. Cody addresses Solo, telling him that we want the same thing, presumably the title. And if it was up to him, he'd want to do it here and now. The Bloodline surround Cody as he takes his jacket off to fight. Although Cody does get a hit on each member of the Bloodline, inevitably the numbers are too great for him and he succumbs to their majority. Luckily for Cody, he has backup in the form of his old stablemate Randy Orton. But this is still not enough, and even though Orton does clear the ring, the Bloodline regroup and overpower both men. Cody gets tied up in the ropes by Solo as he's made to watch Orton get triple powerbombed through the announcer's table, and SmackDown goes off air with, of course, the Bloodline acknowledging.
Short and sweet this week, but thanks again for watching.
And hopefully we'll see you on Tuesday for our look at Raw.